Hello, everybody. This is Joseph Pasek of barnburner.ca. Our twice daily Fired Up show is available on 108 platforms, also on the OSG Sports app. Welcome to another edition of the No Holds Barred Wrestling Show featuring Giancarlo Aulino. This show is brought to you by the great people at iQuest Media, helping businesses grow from digital design to inbound marketing to branding and beyond. Check out iQuestMedia.ca. This is the Raw recap for Monday, April 1st. Raw this week came to you from Washington, D.C. The show starts off with Stephanie McMahon coming to the ring to make a major announcement about the main event of WrestleMania, the three-way dance between Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and now she jokes around there will be a four-way match with herself, but she said it's an April Fool's joke. But she makes it a winner-take-all match, so the winner gets both the SmackDown Ladies title and the Raw Ladies title. Giancarlo Aulino, what do you think?
I thought it was great. It ups the stakes for this, and it shows that the winner is going to be going down in history as the first women to main event WrestleMania and the first woman to walk out of the main event with both championships. After WrestleMania, though, they didn't say whether they would have both titles on and just merge it into one title. So part of me thinks that maybe they're just going to have it for that one moment, and maybe the champions going to have to choose which show they want to represent during the International Superstar Shakeup, and maybe they'll go from there. But I like that they're going to do winner take all, and should be a great match considering the build-up has been great so far.
We'll hear more from the ladies in a couple of minutes. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman make their way to the ring. Paul Heyman, of course, selling the match. Seth Rollins comes out and brawls with Brock Lesnar, gives him two low blows, and gives him the curb stomp. Giancarlo, your thoughts?
Everything was perfect. Like Brock Lesnar doing that laugh, he didn't have to talk. Seth Rollins come out, does a good promo. The only thing I don't like is Seth Rollins is a baby face and he's low blowing. That's a heel move. He shouldn't be doing it. He should have done something, maybe hit him with the title or hit him with a finisher, a super kick, something other than that. I think that's something only heels should do in going into a match like that. But it is Brock Lesnar and he needs every advantage possible. So they did add some creativity back into with the promos, and last week it wasn't that great. I wasn't really looking forward to this, but now I'm back on. I'm looking forward to see what direction they go with at WrestleMania.
All right, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Beth Phoenix, Natalya against Nia Jax, Tamina, Peyton Royce, Billie Kay. Nia Jax and Tamina basically did nothing in this match, although Beth Phoenix speared Tamina through a barricade, and she went back inside, and she did her Glamazon move. They showcased Beth Phoenix greatly for WrestleMania.
Yeah, they did, and it was just to reintroduce her, I think, to some fans who didn't really watch her at the peak of her career, 10 years ago, or maybe fans who are just starting to watch now and get back into the product, that she's a Hall of Famer, and this was their chance to show that she can still move in the ring, she can still do those powerful moves that she used to do, and she can still work. So WrestleMania is going to be a great return for her. She's teaming with Natalya, that multi-woman tag team match. So Beth Phoenix has, at least there's no doubt going into her return at WrestleMania.
All right, Batista makes his way to the ring. It's his hometown of Washington. Everybody says, welcome back. He says one thing, Hunter, kiss my tuchus, and then drops in the mic. Giancarlo?
Yeah, this was a little bit of a pointless segment. He just came out pointing at the Titantron for that video package, and he just said that one line. I think if you just showed him backstage or through satellite, had Triple H in the ring, it would have been more impactful. Maybe you have Triple H cut a promo, but I wasn't too much of a fan of this segment.
You're walking with Elias at WrestleMania. He was outside in front of MetLife Stadium, said he's going to perform a performance of a lifetime. Then Apollo Crews took on Jinder Mahal in a lumberjack match. Apollo Crews beat them, and then setting up the battle royal, Giancarlo?
Yeah, quick match. Jinder Mahal last year was battling for the Fatal 4-Way for the U.S. title, and now this year his career's been like declining a little bit. He was a WWE champion. He was up so high on the company and like just everything in the ring. He had great matches like on SmackDown, and then when he came to Raw, it just hasn't been great for him. And now it showed in this match, Apollo Crews getting the win fairly quickly, and this battle royal. Now they showed all the guys fighting for that trophy, that they were all touching it and throwing each other over the ropes. So it looks like Apollo Crews will be, one of the favorites this Sunday.
Come on, Braun Strowman, never mind. All right. Then we have Kurt Angle making his way to the ring. They do a nice highlight package of Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle actually was crying, much like you. You cry all the time. Anyways, and then Baron Corbin makes his way. Rey Mysterio makes his way. They make a match for later on tonight. Baron Corbin against Rey Mysterio. This is funny to me because last week, am I wrong, did they announce and they advertised that Kurt Angle's final Raw match will be against Rey Mysterio?
Yeah, and that's a little confusing because that's the only reason why Rey Mysterio made the trip to Raw, and it showed them backstage, which I thought, okay, maybe they're backstage together, they're going to go one last time in the ring and celebrate together, but like we saw tonight, that wasn't the case. Baron Corbin came out, had other plans, and he ended up setting up a match, or Rey Mysterio ended up setting up a match and challenging him for later in the night.
The Revival, Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder took on Ricochet and Aleister Black for the Raw Tag Team titles. The Revival defeated Ricochet via countout in about 11 minutes. Your thoughts?
I thought this was a really good match, and I haven't really been a fan of Aleister Black and Ricochet as a team, but I thought all the matches that they've had together with Chad Gable and Bobby Roode also in the mix, this was the best possible match quality-wise. They got a lot of time to really showcase Ricochet, and the match, the way the Revival won with the apron, I thought that was clever. It was creative, and the only thing I have a problem with now is the Raw Tag Team titles don't seem to be at WrestleMania now, because this match was originally I thought would be at WrestleMania, but now there's no path, or there's no challengers available, because now it looks like they have other plans for all guys involved in this match.
Well, I'll touch on that a little later on there. Tyler Breeze spoke with Alexa Bliss and EC3. Then Braun Strowman came out and said they're going to get these hands at the Battle Royal. Then Roman Reigns was viciously attacked by Drew McIntyre. Becky Lynch was interviewed by Charlie Caruso, who looks better and better every week. Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair took on the Riot Squad. Go ahead. This is a long segment. Forget about the match. The key highlight of the week this week for Raw was after the match. Unbelievable scenes. Giancarlo filled everybody in. Yeah,
so the match in itself, everybody, I guess, can assume what would happen. The Riot Squad got buried for like the 5th week in a row, but after the match, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Ronda just beat the living daylights out of each other. Ronda first punched Charlotte in the throat and attacked her. Then the cops got involved, the security got involved, and all 3 women attacked them. So they were putting handcuffs. They continued attacking each other with kicks outside. Becky got a stiff shot in on Ronda when she was had her arms behind her back. They continue backstage, and then as they're getting put into the police car, Ronda and Becky start fighting and kicking each other there. Ronda kicks a window open, breaks a window. They take Becky out, and as Becky and Charlotte are fighting, Ronda Rousey manages to get to the front seat of this car with both her arms tied behind her back and starts driving, crashes into the police car in front of her. They keep fighting. Charlotte gets a knee into the face of Ronda as she had her head out the window, and then the police finally got control of it and drove all women away. So WrestleMania can't come soon enough for them, and that's a main event that is worthy of a main event spot.
Heavy Machinery get the better of Bobby Roode, Chad Gable, 3 minutes. Then Braun Strowman defeats Giancarlo Aulino. And, why? Why? Oh, like, why do you have? Then Charlie Caruso, again, looking amazing, interviews Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush. And then on the Titantron, you see Finn Balor saying at WrestleMania he'll be appearing as the Demon. The main event of Raw, of course, Baron Corbin, Rey Mysterio. Go ahead, Giancarlo.
Yeah, so Baron Corbin and Mysterio from earlier on in the night, it carried over here, and the match was okay. Baron Corbin got a lot of heel heat. I think that's great because he needs something going into his match with Kurt Angle, especially the circumstances involved. And I just don't. The only thing I don't like is the finish here. I thought it should have been like a double disqualification or a count-out type of thing. Keep Rey Mysterio protected because last week Kurt Angle beat Samoa Joe, who's the U.S. champion, and he's going to be facing Rey Mysterio. And I think with both of them losing back-to-back weeks clean, it kind of takes a little steam out of their matchup at WrestleMania. So I would have preferred that would have been different, but Kurt Angle ends the show by making Baron Corbin tap out on the stage for the ankle lock and sending all those fans in Washington home happy.
All right, that's how Raw ended off. Of course, you got SmackDown, one last show before the granddaddy of them all on Sunday. But of course, you have NXT on Friday, the Hall of Fame. They announced Brutus the Barber Beefcake this time. But here's an idea that I haven't, any sources have told me. I heard a rumor. As you know, we talked about, the Raw Tag Team titles not on the line at WrestleMania. Giancarlo, let me ask you, are the SmackDown Tag Team titles on the line?
So far, no.
Okay, so you have basically Aleister Black and Ricochet as sort of the number one contenders, and you also have, I got to put the New Day in as the number one contenders because they did, everything last week to get Kofi into it. So can we see finally one championship, like we're going to see one championship for the ladies, for the tag team titles, be it the Revival, the Usos, Aleister Black, Ricochet, and maybe the New Day in a fatal four-way for the tag team titles, be it Raw, be it SmackDown. That's just something that I've been hearing because it looks like once WWE SmackDown moves to Fox, it looks like they want to have one title for one brand, even though they're having, drafted and superstar shakeup. You never know what the WWE. I heard now that SmackDown may be 3 hours come October, so you'll never know. What do you think of that idea, Giancarlo Aulino?
I like it at 2 hours right now because I think they've had the best quality of the two shows. SmackDown every week seems to be leading you on and making you want to tune in the next week. With Raw, it's sort of like they have to promote it so heavily during the week just to make you remember that it's what you're going to have to see for Monday because there's so much going on. So I prefer the 2 hours.
All right, and what do you think about having one tag team champion?
If they go in that direction, it would make sense because the women's have one tag team champion and it would be like continuity there, one women's championship too, but then they'll get into the discussion of what they do with the mid-card titles and the world titles because Fox is paying a lot of money for WWE programming and they're going to want as many top stars as they can on their roster. So maybe it will force WWE to maybe have inner discussions of whether or not to have one title for the mid-card and then one world title again like they did before the last brand split.
All right, so don't forget, we'll be back here tomorrow on the On The Mat Wrestling Show with WrestleMania week. Nobody has it covered better than us here at Barn Burner Fired Up. You heard Kenny, the Star Maker Bolin. We'll have also shows with him tomorrow and Wednesday. We also have Impact Wrestling star Loki and Joey Ryan on. We also have Randy Poffo, myself and Aaron Stevens, formerly Damien Sandow, conducted an interview, and myself and Giancarlo Aulino conducted an interview with Ken Shamrock. Plus, Aaron's going to talk about giving his WrestleMania preview. Ernest the Cap Miller will be giving his WrestleMania preview. We'll have other sports guys who are affiliated with the Barn Burner Network, like Tracy Murray and a couple other guys, talking about WrestleMania. And tomorrow, you definitely want to check out the On the Mat Wrestling Show, because I'm going to reveal the three inductees into the Barn Burner Hall of Fame. 3 inductees into the Barn Burner Hall of Fame. People will say, there's a Barn Burner Hall of Fame. Yes, there's a WWE Hall of Fame, isn't there? There's a Barn Burner Hall of Fame. And I'm going to reveal the 3 nominees and the 3 people who are going to be inducted into this year's Hall of Fame. They're going to get Canadian Tire dollars tomorrow on the On the Mat Wrestling Show. Giancarlo, tell everybody how they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at John_411, Instagram at Giancarlo_Aulino. Follow all my articles on barnburner.ca, including memorable WrestleMania moments from the past that go down memory lane from WrestleMania 1. So far, we're up to WrestleMania 18. Look for tomorrow to go from 19 to 27, and we'll get you prepared for WrestleMania on Sunday.
And Giancarlo will have previews of NXT, previews of the Hall of Fame, and previews of WrestleMania. All right, until tomorrow, I say goodbye, Giancarlo. Don't you say goodbye to me?
Goodbye, Joe. Thank you.